Good morning. This is EB3, speaking the truth in love, and I just come on for a few minutes to give you guys a word of encouragement before I go into work this morning. So I woke up this morning, and to be honest, I was just really tired because yesterday I went to pick up my middle son from college for spring break. And it's I had to meet him in Alabama because he goes to school in Alabama, but over the weekend he was in South Carolina at a conference, him and some other bandmates. But anyway, long story short, they made it back safely, all those young people plus the band director, and my son made it home. So I woke up just feeling grateful because life is, things can happen so quickly, and sometimes we take for granted what we have, and we take for granted uh, just how good God is toward us. And I just want to say, regardless of what you're going through, count up your blessings. If you are a parent like me of young adults who want to spend time with you, be thankful and know that you did, by the grace of God. Now, we're going to give God the glory for all things. By the grace of God, you have young people, young adults that respect you and that consider what you say and realize that that is a blessing. One of the things that I often think about in Proverbs 31, I really try my best to be that Proverbs 31. When I was married, I'm a widow, by the way. But when I was married, I wanted to be in that verse in that Proverbs 31. There's two verses that's actually three verses that stick out the most for me out of all those verses. And the first verse is that her husband safely trusts in her. Trust is a very delicate thing. Once you break it, it's hard to get it back. So once you break it, you've got to work 3 times as hard to get that trust back, whether you're the male or the female. But in this verse, we're talking about the female. I am a female, so most of my content, most of the things that I write about and talk about is going to be geared toward females. And so I said that to say, when I was a wife, I tried to conduct myself as a wife. And I think a lot of times we forget that in order to conduct yourself as a wife, once you become a wife, you have to have some of those traits already. So I can say that I never betrayed my husband's trust. That was an important thing to me. Now, one of the other verses in that Proverbs 31, it says that she gets up. She's like a merchant. She's not like even if she's a stay-at-home mom, she gets up early. She rises up early before her family. She gets ready. Sometimes she goes, she does the things that she has to do around the house. And she goes out and she purchases things. And she buys land. She fixes up. She buys things for the household. In other words, she's a homemaker. Even if she works outside the house, she's still a homemaker because she does what's best for her family. So I always, ever since I got married, ever since I started having children, that has been a priority. That, number one, I am a good wife. I am one that's worthy of trust, because trust means a lot to me. So if trust means what it means to me, then that means I have to live that out, right? So, and then to be a good homemaker. To be a good homemaker is to as the young people say nowadays, when he come home, there's peace there. You want to have peace in your household. You want to have peace be the peacemaker for your husband, for yourself, and for your children. And so the third one is especially close to my heart, and is that your children rise up and say that you're blessed. In other words, your children rise up, when they get grown, they realize mama was there for me. Mama may have spanked my butt, disciplined me, but mama did those things that I needed. She's a good mother. She's a good reputation. And so my sons, my oldest son, my baby son, all three of my sons, one that's getting ready to turn 22, getting ready to turn 20, and the next month coming up in April. And then my youngest that will be in the 11th grade and will be turning 17 in September, right? For them to want to spend as much time as they want to spend with me, for them appreciating my my advice, because at the age that they are now, I try to advise them. I don't try to control them, manipulate them. I try to advise them, and I tell them, listen, this is what I'm putting this out here. It's up to you to decide, because ultimately it's their life. Ultimately it's their life. It's their relationship with God. It's their relationship with other people. Ultimately it's their experience. And so I just want to say that I'm blessed, and I pray to God that you, if you're a parent, whether you're a mother or father, but especially a mother, because that's what this video is geared to, women. I pray that if you don't have that type of relationship, that you will get it, because we are not all raised in that type of environment. Sometimes we have mothers who are manipulative. Sometimes we have mothers who are users. Sometimes we have mothers that just don't know how to love. They've never been loved, and they don't know how to love. They never seek God. They don't seek God to show them their shortcomings. And so all they can do, the way that they show love, is to nitpick every little thing. Every little thing. If you break something, if you do something that they don't deem as right, or that they don't deem should be profitable, right? If it doesn't benefit them and their agenda, basically, they're not happy with you, and they let you know, right? And that is not what God has called us to be. He's calling us to be nurturers. He's calling us to give wise counsel. And he's calling us to show the love of Christ. Just like we show the love of Christ to those who are not in our household, we need to show the love of Christ to those who are in our household. The ones that we gave birth to, the ones we adopted, the ones who are our stepchildren. I don't really particularly like that phrase of stepchildren, but the ones that are our bonus children and grandchildren. He wants us to show them love and kindness, because God, in his ultimate wisdom and his ultimate grace and mercy, he has shown us so much love. He has given us so much grace. He's given us so much provision. And sometimes we take what he's given us for granted. And I just want to give that little my little 2 cents on that, and that is, we should, if we are wives, I'm a widow, but if we're wives, we should make sure that our husband can trust us. If we are if we are mothers, regardless of whether you're a godmother, you're a biological mother, you married into a family, so you have bonus children, you raise other folks' children, but grandmother, if you mothering in any form that a mother is, then you want to live so that your children want to visit you, want to come around you when you're older, when they're in their teens and when they're in their 20s and so forth and so on, that they want to come back and visit you, and they want to spend time with you as much as they can while you are still living. And you want to, while they're growing up, cultivate that by doing the things that make them comfortable to come to you, comfortable to come to you to pray for them, to listen to them, to give them advice, make them comfortable to just want to, play a game with you. My boys like this game, Brawlhalla. I don't beat me over that, know what I'm doing, but every now and then I play it with them, because, especially when they were younger, because that was what they were into, and if I want them to do some of the things that I do, then I should accommodate them in doing some of the things they do. And then also it lets me know the heart of who they are, what they like. One of them love a couple of games that I'm just like, oh my God, where did he get this from? But long story short, put in some extra time with your children while they're growing up. Because if you don't make time for them, don't be surprised if they don't make time for you. Go to their extracurricular activities. You can't go to everything because you're one person. If you have 2 or 3, 4 kids, even more, some people have 10, 12 kids, you're not going to be able to go to everything, but put in some special time. Put some time, a mom and daughter day, mom and son day. Put in some time with them. Make some memories. And I promise you, when you're older, they will want to make more memories with you. Anyway, this has been EB3, speaking the truth in love. Be blessed, be a blessing, and I am out.